This piece is called Searching for the Lost Goddess. Fight Club was right. I come from a generation of men raised by women, a generation of men who didn't have dads at home to beat the shit out of them. First you grind the stone and then you polish the mirror. That's how you make a good sword to defend the defenseless. But the men of my generation didn't get both those necessary sides. We got the chick part. I come from a generation of men who have lost something. Because I was surrounded by women growing up, I have the dubious distinction of having actually experienced the male equivalent of sitting in a window seat and writing in a diary about a knight in shining armor or a wedding day. Because I was surrounded by nurturing and sensitivity and all that chick shit, I actually dreamed about what my first time would be like. I would be in a relationship for like a really long time, and it would be with someone I really loved, and I would plan the whole thing, and it would be perfect, with candles lit and music playing and rose petals on the floor in the bed. And did I mention it would be perfect? Maybe on prom night, and we would look into each other's eyes at the end of our perfect. Did I mention it would be perfect coitus, our first time, because she would totally be a virgin too, and we would look into each other's eyes and say, I love you to each other at exactly the same time, because it would be perfect. Here's what really happened. Freshman year of college, frat party, chick I just met, self-esteem so low I actually had the thought, I better do this, because it might be the only opportunity I ever have to do it. So I spend the night doing everything I'd ever thought about, read about, heard of, everything. Then it was over. And then the guilt. Side note, Roman Catholic guilt. Oh my God, what have I done? And then the decision. Okay, even though I just met this girl and I don't know her last name and I don't even know if we have anything in common or if I even like her, but we did have sex after all, so I have to do the responsible thing and she has to be my girlfriend. I have no choice, I have to do the right thing. We have to take responsibility for this thing we have done. So the next day, spent loins girded, I called her. I'll never forget what she said when she found out it was me. Oh my God, I can't believe you called me. And in that seminal moment, I realized some chicks will just fuck you. And it was as if my world got bigger. Because for a man, the idea of being able to just enjoy the company of women and all the sexual possibilities entailed with that idea was so huge. Sex with no strings. Think of the tales I will tell. If I survive, that is. Such adventures I shall have. My life has just begun. But the truth is, something in me died that day. I didn't know it at the time. It was a silent death. No death throes, no fanfare. I had something, lost it, and was completely unaware that it had happened. There is a goddess, a female counterpart to the male version of the divine that we all know, and her name is Sophia. What followed my first sexual experience was many years of searching, but for what I had no idea at the time. One relationship after another, melding and combining and creating the myriad tapestry known as my history. All of it filled with ups and downs, good times and bad, and all of it lacking an essential ingredient that I couldn't put my finger on. I did know, though, that something was missing. Why didn't I know what it was? Because I had lost the goddess, and her name is Sophia. Sophia is wisdom. Sophia is the lover looking for her one true mate, her other half. There is an ancient tradition that says we were all four-legged, four-armed creatures with two mouths, two noses, etc., that were created back-to-back in three ways, male, female, male, male, and female, female, looking in opposite directions until we were cut in half and sent away from each other. The male God created us this way and tore us apart. The female God, the wisdom, the Sophia, knows that we need each other and encourage us to find our other half and merge with him or her. That is our true journey. That is our Grail quest. The Grail, the cup that represents wisdom, that represents her, Sophia, the energy of love, compassion, and the yearning to search for that thing that completes us and makes us whole. The search for our Grail is one of idealism merged with time, knowledge, and wisdom. I didn't know at the age of 18 that I would kill off this thing, only to spend the rest of my life looking for it in order to be reborn. But here's the real wisdom. If I had known, would I have taken the journey? Probably not. And that is why I think the true wisdom of the gods is in their ability to stay out of our realm of understanding until we are ready to search for them, and then to remain elusive, just out of reach, so that our journey back to them is one filled with growth and increasing illumination. They say that God is love, and I look back on the first time I made love and feel somewhat that I killed a God in me. But I didn't. From death there is life. The seed falls into the earth and life begins. The goddess never died. She was planted inside me, waiting to be found. And I found her in the eyes of my soulmate, my one and only, my other half, my true love. And how did I find her? By trying to match with people that weren't my other half. The other relationships, the cycle of death and life. This process woke me up to wisdom, Sophia, the goddess, and there she was the whole time. I am part of a generation of men raised by women, and those women have given me wisdom. Thank you very much.